Hello! Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight livestream of Dungeons and Dragons. My name...
That's really rude of you, Sean.
I didn't do anything.
Someone did.
My name is John, and I am joined by Sean,
No.
Tanny,
Greetings.
and
We're here.
Kiri.
Hello.
And we
Hello.
are here to play some Storm King's Thunder. We are expecting other people to join us in progress. Hey there, J.R. Delmas. J.R. Delmice. Welcome to the party.
Sup.
Greetings.
The Dungeon Master from Comic-Con. Ah, well, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the game. We are expecting Amy to be along in about 2 minutes or so. We are expecting Jeff to join us at about the half-past mark. And Yaghol may or may not join us at some point during the night. But he's at his sister's birthday dinner, so... Cool.
Well then.
You know, these people with their families and expecting to spend time with them.
Oh, I know.
Sure.
It's been a little while since we last played Storm King's Thunder because we had a little thing we did last weekend called Comic-Con.
Oh.
Which always falls on the night this game's supposed to take place.
which always forms on Storm King's weekend.
Every single year.
Which actually, 1 minute. Let me just double check a thing.
You double
Oh
checked it
no, that's okay.
Okay.
If if we hadn't changed this session the way that we've done it, and we just kept going with our regular sessions, the next MCM, which is Birmingham, which I'm going to, would have been a Tomb of Annihilation episode. Because we have changed it, it is actually a Storm King's Thunder episode. But I'm back for the Sunday anyway.
Yay.
Because I'm only going on the Saturday. I need to double check I've got my ticket. Think I have.
Good idea to do that thing.
Think I have. Anyway, I won't do that now because we're doing a thing right now. One of the things is poorly vamping for time. Last time we saw your group together, we you had a little shopping expedition. Several of your party went into town and procured goods and foodstuffs and building supplies in an attempt to put some of the Cloud Giant Castle to a more manageable size for your smaller characters.
We are so small. Ooh. We have a Jeff.
Good evening.
Well, you're in the wrong order.
We have a GIF?
Go away, Jeff! Go away, Jeff! Ah! Sorry.
You set up a small smithy where Yaghol is set to work on weapons and armor upgrades for some members of the party. And then you set a course with the Cloud Giant Castle out towards the Purple Rocks, which is where the Morkoth ship is moving mysteriously around this island chain in an attempt to throw off anybody trying to find it. During the travel, Borrowed and Milo explored a number of the previously unexplored rooms of the castle and located a workshop housing a number of trinkets as well as spell components for wizard spells of up to 6th level. Meanwhile, Hector and Fenthwick had a little heart-to-heart where Hector asked Fenthwick about the things that had occurred since they had last been together, and Fenthwick went into quite some detail about the group and the ever-changing dynamics within it.
Party within it.
And got rather emotional about the loss of the Oracle, where Hector decided to leave the conversation alone at this point. And later that day, Fenthwick disappeared from the Cloud Giant Castle, making use of a well-cast tree stride and a well-placed tree in the castle's gardens to visit the orc encampment that you had left his mum at, and pick her up to bring her back to the castle. After spending a night in the orc encampment and another night drinking at the Bumbling Monk Tavern, Fenthwick, with Mum in tow, arrived back at the Cloud Giant Castle, where Mama Fizzlebang is showing Borrowed a series of gnomish/orcish foodstuff recipes, while Borrowed is sharing his extensive knowledge of giant-kin recipes. And you have now made it above the Purple Rocks, and Amy has made it to the game.
Hey.
We have a talking frog.
Greetings.
Hey.
So my first thing is, now that you are above, you've positioned yourself, your castle, in the vicinity of the Purple Rocks. Who wants to take first watch?
Oh, well.
Milo can
I
go
can
first.
take first watch. I'm happy to take first watch.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't want to be dealing with this place of love.
Everyone is happy.
Everyone's taking first watch.
So basically the way this is going to work is that you've got giant telescopes around the castle.
Oh, sick.
Conveniently, they were looking for stuff as well.
Wild.
Ideally, I want two people per watch to just be kind of looking out for the Morkoth.
Milo and I can go first.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm first gonna want you guys to do, first order of business is, could you both roll me a d20? No bonuses, no nothing.
I think we know how to take watch.
Who is that rolling?
Milo and Borrowed.
13.
Nice.
Okay. You guys head up to the garden level where the telescopes are mounted, and there is a light breeze. The skies are clear.
I ask Borrowed if I can get a piggyback.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Would one of you like to make me the roll with advantage for perception, or would you like to both roll?
Tanny, what's your wisdom like?
It's from one good luck.
It's a what? Sorry, you're breaking up.
0.
Yeah, I'll
No.
take it with advantage. I got a +3 to perception, so here we go.
Nice.
Okay. You and Milo spend the early 6 hours of this morning, which is, I had the date listed somewhere in one of my note pages and I've lost it. 1 minute. I closed my calendar to open something else up. 1 second.
Why did you do that? That's a silly thing to do.
Get out me calendar!
I had to tell Borrowed
What
when he was
date
in the
is that?
Christmas special.
We don't know what day it is.
Yeah, what day is it, John?
It is. There it was. It is currently for you guys. The 23rd of Myrtle. And for the first 6 hours of this day, from let's say about, I don't know, 6 in the morning till midday, Borrowed and Milo just kind of look over the edge of the castle and scope out the water. There's a nice pleasant breeze and the clouds are clear. And you're moving the castle slowly. You're kind of doing a search pattern styled motion, but at the moment you don't spot anything. It's just clear waters. Who wants to take the second watch?
I will take second watch.
I'll
I'm
take
happy
it
to
with
take
you.
second watch. Yay!
So could you both roll me a d20 to begin with?
Just D20.
Just a straight d20.
19. Is that good? I've heard high numbers are good.
10.
Okay.
Have you just doomed us, Talking Frog?
What? No, it's probably you because you rolled higher.
So there is a strong wind. The wind picks up through the second watch of the day, but the clouds remain clear and there is no rain. Would one of you like to make me a perception check with advantage, or do you both want to roll separately?
What's your score?
I have a +4.
I have a +4 too.
So
It seems that we are in a bit of a predicament, Jeff.
Let's roll separately,
Okay.
because it's just the same thing either way, really, isn't
Oh, for
it?
God's sake.
14.
okay. You spend the next 6 hours of the day, and the sun starts to sink into the water line.
Are we just so I'm clear? Are we still in the castle at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
You can suggest other options for this search if you would like. But basically you are trying to search a large area.
Would I be able to do something because I'm a sailor? I know how ships work. Could I suggest something like looking in certain areas because ships can only go like certain depths of water or something?
It's pretty much open sea for the most part. You can easily suggest that maybe you don't need to get too close to the islands, and that might speed things up a little bit.
Oh, it's anything that could like suggest like a ship like that wouldn't go too close to land. Then yes, or even looking for seagulls or some sort of birds crowding around the ship looking for food. That sort of thing. Sort of signs like that.
Okay. The other option that you both actually present to the party is that you could split up a little bit. But I don't know if you guys can get a message back to the rest of the party to say, we've found it. If
Doubt
you
it.
do that.
Nope. Just follow the. If you hear loud explosions and fireballs, we found it.
Yeah.
Cannon fire? Cannon fire?
Cannon fire.
Cannon fire.
How? Here's. I don't know if Keros could come up with this, but how long a range could you see a lightning bolt? Do you reckon?
What?
I mean, that's an interesting question, Jeff. What does it say in the book? 1 minute. how far apart do you need to be to actually get a bonus? Because that is what they have written. So Jeff, you can work out as Keros.
Yep.
From looking at what you can see from the giant castle.
Yep.
That if you were going to try and split the party up and cover more ground that way, you'd want to be at least 30 miles apart.
Okay.
So if you can come up with some way of communicating over that sort of a distance.
My question still stands: how far away can you see a lightning bolt?
I would say that a single lightning bolt from the lightning bolt spell, you'd be hard pressed to see it from 30 miles away.
What about one lightning bolt every 6 seconds for a minute?
That might be more noticeable.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna try for that.
Okay, so are you going to head off?
I am going to possibly go and do a bit of scouting with some willing volunteers, and if we find this ship, I will endeavour to set up a lightning storm that can signal where it is.
Right.
It may make me a bit more noticeable, but okay.
I can come with you if you want.
Oh, that'd be talking frog. I'd appreciate the company.
Can we talk on the way there?
We can indeed talk on the way there.
Because I have been wanting to talk to Keros for a while now.
If we leave in the morning, I have my early morning. I suppose you call it a ritual to go through first, but yeah.
What's the ritual?
It's called beat shit out of a water elemental.
Yeah, come and meet my friend.
Right.
Do you want to finish off this night's watch before that?
I will tell you that you have not found the Morkoth just yet.
Okay.
And with that, it does become night, and it's more difficult to see the ship at night.
Okay. So do you want to talk now, or?
So, would
well,
Keros and Hector like to talk sort of throughout that 6 hours that they've just spent on watch, trying to plot things, or would you like to talk in the evening, or do you want to leave it till tomorrow morning when you're going to go away together?
I think Hector would just want to, whilst the two of them are alone, he'd want to talk to him.
Okay. Where on the castle are we?
I don't know, because I can't see anything.
It's a black screen, but okay. Where on the castle are we?
You would be in the garden level. Let me just move the...
Cool. North Garden.
Get you some tokens.
Oh yes, this is perfect.
Where are your tokens?
Mine is in the fountain.
I have no idea. I still can't see.
Oh, there's Hector. 1 minute.
Hector, more like Flector as he flexes on you.
I'm gonna just go outside the fountain. We're gonna be about here, aren't we? Looking out over the sea. So yeah, that looks kind of sensible.
Do I still not have a... I need to make...
There's a Hector token there.
There is a Hector token. I don't have a Keros token still.
I can deal with that later. I have templates and stuff.
I have templates. I should have made it by now. I'm bad.
Okay.
I've been busy. Let's also show the map to the screen, because I don't want to be yelled at.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Okay, I'm happy to have this conversation now.
It's more I hope you don't mind me asking, Sir Keros. It's about this stone you're wearing around your neck.
Picks up and looks at it.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know where it comes from. It was the only thing that was next to me when I woke up on the beach.
What do you mean woke up on the beach?
One day I just woke up on the beach. I don't know of any memory of who I was or what I was before that.
How long
One day I
ago was this?
about 2 years.
Oh, I apologize. I was unaware of this.
It's not something I say to just anybody, but I like you.
Oh. That's quite nice, because I like you as well, Sir Keros.
Yeah, this is only to be true. To be true, I don't even know if Keros is my name.
You named yourself?
It was the only when I woke up on that beach. All I had was a stone and that name, Keros. I don't know who it is. I don't even know if it's my name.
Well, perhaps. I mean, have you found any clues as to who you might be?
I haven't. No. The only thing that I have is every night I have this dream. I'm in the depths of the ocean. I'm swimming. There's another one like me there, a female like me there. But when I wake up, I don't know who she is. I don't even know she's real. When I wake up, I can barely remember it. Every morning I swim to try and remember, but I can't remember anything about it.
If you're dreaming about her every night, then she must have been someone important to you.
I try not to think about it too much. I try not to dwell on it.
It's alright, I can understand that.
Come over here and meet my friend.
Okay.
Walks over to the fountain.
Give me a sec to move myself over there.
How does one move? And I say, Keros, I brought a new friend for you.
And while you're watching Hector, the water just kind of forms up, explodes upwards into a vaguely humanoid dripping water shape.
Oh.
Does your friend wish to test their skills?
That's up to him. Hector, talking frog. I should really start calling you Hector. I think we've earned that. Hector, this is my friend Keros.
Play. yeah, like a real actual like yell of final.
This is Keros. He's allowed me to swim in his fountain, and we spar together every morning.
It's a pleasure.
He's also extended the offer if anybody else wishes to train against him. He's happy to do that as well.
I mean, I mostly do my training with borrowed, but maybe a new sparring partner would not be so bad.
He just sort of makes fists and... What say you?
Well, not at the moment. I'm not really in the fighting spirit at present. But may I make a request, Sir Aquarius?
Yes.
Would it possibly be perchance that I would also be permitted to swim in your fountain, perchance?
Yes. A friend of Keros is a friend of mine.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, Sir Keros, you see, species at the grung has to keep their skin hydrated, so to speak. I think that's the common word.
I know something of frogs, and yes, they do seem to make their homes in and around water, from what I've seen.
Keros, I am not a frog. I am a grung.
My apologies, Sir Hector.
It's all right, but
Could you say Hector?
if you would like, I understand if you would prefer to swim alone in order to recollect this memory. But if you would like,
you are welcome to join. It has been years since I've had a swimming partner.
well, yes, that's what I was about to ask, actually. But yeah. Now, rest assured that if you would seek help in finding this woman, then I would gladly swim with you in order to try and find her. I'm not sure if you have a physical description of her.
I will do my best to recollect, but for now, it's gone from me. Maybe tomorrow morning I may be able to remember more. Good night.
Well,
good night, Aquarius.
Night.
Good night. and just the form just back into the water.
Well, Keros, perhaps it'd be best you... I know you've been holding on to that stone, but perhaps you should seek help in trying to find its origin.
I must admit I have wondered, but I have not had much opportunity to do so.
Is it just a regular stone, or does it have some kind of magical property?
I
No.
I don't know. I'm unaware.
Oh.
I'm to find the person who has detect magic.
I might have that, actually. Let me have a look.
I don't know why. What?
I don't know if I
Why?
got it prepared or not. Because I know I have it, I don't know if I prepared it.
That could be easily sorted, I imagine.
Do not have it.
Wait a day.
Well, I do not know, because I have fuck all of my spells on here is the problem. I probably don't then, if it's not on the list. I've got Dispel Magic if you want to get rid of it.
Damn.
No, that's the opposite of what I'm asking.
if it is magic, I can make it go away.
I appreciate that an offer of help, and I will see if I have need of it. I will come to you, or anybody else in the party. If anybody else in our new party who might be able to help, I will gladly accept that help.
Are you quite alright being in this party, Sir Keros?
I've been alone for quite a while since my ship was destroyed. I like the idea of I'm just happy to be around people again.
Oh, you sailed the seas?
I've sailed these seas, I've sailed the seas of the south, I've sailed many seas.
I don't really sail the seas per se, I more just swim in them. Well, thank you for telling me, Fenthwick, that I do get detect magic, but unfortunately it's not on the fucking list, because someone didn't add the paladin spells to the list.
Ooh.
Wow,
Hey.
that's a bit
we-
gobby
no-
that. Sheamus.
The rainbow-headed gnome isn't around here. Who are you talking to?
Well, can I metagame and cast detect magic perchance?
Damn.
No, you can disappear.
Or I can disappear.
Banished to the Shadow Realm for mouthing off against the GM.
I'm sure Hector was around here somewhere.
I just poof out reality.
How did you do that?
Yes, you can.
I cast it.
Okay.
Hold still. And like the 10 million items in Hector's bag just ping off.
Bing, 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 bing.
Not now, Wonder Wonder!
Yeah, you do get a rather blinding boom, boom. And there is a faint pulse from the stone.
Oh, okay. Well, it appears there seems to be some trace of magic on here. It's only
Really?
faint, but that would make it easier to narrow down where it's come from if we were to look into its origin.
Indeed. Well, thank you. I will keep that in mind, and maybe it is worth pursuing.
Of course. For now, let us stay focused on what we have to do.
Indeed. Thank you, Sir Hector. I've enjoyed this chat.
Yes, so have I. And he reaches up his hand to you.
Reaches down and engulfs his hand.
Okay.
Bear skin.
He just like... he just like, it's like his whole face.
Keros is going to fall for this every single time, by the way. So. Would you like me to roll a Constitution saving throw?
Please,
To see if you rip Hector's arm off.
23.
you're fine.
Yeah, you pass. But, well, Hector's hand has a gauntlet over it, so he wouldn't have been poisoned either way.
Oh, that's fair, but it doesn't matter. Every time there's like bear skin on Hector, Keros is like, no, just like gonna go for it because he doesn't know that it's poisonous yet.
Yet.
I don't know what it'll take for him to work it out because he's got quite a good Constitution score.
Not one.
Yeah, pretty much a 1 through 5, I think, will
Yeah,
cause him
it's-
issues.
Yeah. So you just
Um,
have to have an unlucky day.
Indeed. So, I'm happy for this little scene to come to an end now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
So the following morning dawns. It is now the 24th of Myrtle. Hector and Keros, how are you leaving the ship?
By walking, as any person would do.
Damn.
Okay, jump a few 100 feet into the water then, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, he will be fine. He's a fucking frog.
Not from 100 feet, you wouldn't be. Concrete.
Yeah, that's concrete. That's concrete. 100%.
I don't know then.
Why am I still like black on the screen?
You
unless
shouldn't
I'm
be. Your
completely-
token's on there.
Ah.
Dawn. I just personally thought that you
Oh,
took
1
me off
minute.
just in case
Oop.
of
Jonathan.
Apparently this token doesn't have its eyes open.
Oh.
Wild.
there's pumpkins.
Milo's first time in this garden.
Oh, sir. Funny little man. Do you want to be my friend as well? Is he just running through the fountain there?
No, he ran around it.
So
Keep
did he
us through the fountain.
He's having after upon hearing like Kira saying, he stares at him. Blank.
Is this angry face?
No, just blankly, like it's just no emotion.
My dude.
No. I mean, I barely know anything of you. You just came out here after the situation with the pub, and then from the boat, and then you somehow now make a place here. I barely know anything from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What would you like to know?
Where you from? Gotta
Don't know.
no.
Don't know.
No past, family, friends, wife,
Don't know.
husband.
All I know is I woke up 2 years ago on a beach, and that's all I remember.
And he hasn't gotten close since.
Hey,
Oh, hi!
Hey.
Michael.
I just got here.
Hello.
Hello.
So, literally nothing.
All I had when I woke up was this stone on his neck, and the name Keros. I don't even know if it's my name.
Pass me the stone.
Uh-oh.
Passes the stone.
He eats the stone.
Looks at it. What does
Tries
it
to-
look like?
Holds it. It's a stone ring. It's
Mhm.
literally a stone ring.
Would I know anything of it, John?
It's a ring.
Do you have Identify?
What can I roll? Is there anything I can roll?
Does anyone in this fucking party have Identify?
Does anyone in this party have a pearl?
Can confirm. No, I do not.
You do
Ooh.
have Identify.
Do you have a pearl to use it with?
Or an alpha?
I do.
Oh, and an alpha.
Because that's why that spell is so annoying.
Yeah, we need the component for it.
You would have that because you found the room with all the
Oh,
spell
we found a room with all
components
the
in.
spell components.
And
Whoa.
at,
Okay.
at
wow.
this point, I'm going to turn Amy down a little bit.
Sorry.
Even costly components.
And I thought I was late.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
I'm
realise
sorry,
that.
I didn't realise that was going to be allowed. Before Milo does that,
Let's see
Hector
what
will
this
say,
little thing-
like, Milo, do you know how to identify this? I mean, you are more magically inclined than the two of us.
You cut out. What'd you say?
I said, Milo! You are more magically inclined than the two of us. Could you perhaps know of any way to identify this?
Well, what do I identify about this ring? Whatever this thing is.
I can't believe we've gotten the plot so well.
John,
This is like it's short-circuiting the entire like mystery of it now.
stop talking to me. John!
I will start talking to you.
When he figures out himself.
You spend about a minute focusing on the ring and you hold it in your hand,
Tell them in secret.
and the pearl
Dies.
dissipates. And
It doesn't consume it.
it doesn't consume it. It doesn't consume
No,
it.
it's not.
It goes, and then it goes, oh yeah, wait, and reconstitutes. And I'm being told to do this over here. You open your mind to the magics, and the magic on this ring is faint.
Magic is faint. I'm writing it down.
It's been the ring itself was used as a it wasn't enchanted, but it is it is the focus of a spell, and it sort of has some of the residual energies from that spell still on it.
What can I tell what kind of spell it is?
Yes, once I remember what kind of spell it is myself, I will tell you that it is... Can somebody... 1 minute.
Wait, is that...
Your token's not on the map, Yaghole, that's why you can't see anything.
He just literally just came back in to say that.
It is a abjuration spell. It is a protection spell.
How do you spell abjuration?
A-B.
A-B-U...
J-U.
J-U...
Oh, no, that's the wrong
I know. I got it. There we go. Abjuration. Spell of protection.
You have... Roll me an Arcana check, quickly.
Okay. Just normal?
Just a normal Arcana check.
13.
You've heard of spells like this before. You don't know anybody that can cast them. It's not wizard's magic.
Okay.
It is a divine magic caster that typically will cast this sort of a spell, and it typically is used by someone at a wedding ceremony, and it will protect both parties at the wedding ceremony.
It sounds like something that was from the wedding at Luz and Chris. Did they do that at the same time?
That spell was cast there, but Milo wasn't there, so doesn't know
Milo
that.
wasn't there.
But that spell was cast at the wedding, yes.
So I put wedding ring spell. So are we saying it's a spell from like a paladin or a cleric? Magic.
Basically, a paladin or a cleric or somebody who can cast that sort of magic would have cast something, and it sort of uses the ring as a focal point. The ring itself isn't magic, it's just kind of bathed in the magical energies, effectively.
Okay, bathed in the magic. Is it wearing off? Or...
It's difficult to tell. It does look like it's faded quite a way, so it was cast on the ring a while ago.
Okay. Wow.
And so you can't tell at the moment if it's fading or if it's just faded a little bit or if it's like going to fade over time, because you've literally got like you're taking a measure today. If you take the measure again like in a week's time, you might be able to work out whether it's getting less or if it's sort of staying at this level.
With the 13, would Milo know if it's something to do with if the magic was more stronger, if the other partner with the ring has it together, and if it fades only if you're separated?
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't, not with a 13. Unfortunately.
So it's faint, it's not enchanted, it's just a focus of a spell, it's a protection of the duration, it's been there for a while, it's bathed in magic, possibly be a paladin or cleric or some sort of magic that been done. Can't tell if it's fading. It's actually a wedding, traditional wedding
Yes.
kind of thing.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, I
Okay.
think I've got everything.
Watering places, I guess.
Oh, we're back.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
I will
This
save,
is
level up ship next.
so this is really interesting, Keros.
Yes.
So this ring you've got, the magic is somewhat faint on it, but I seem to manage to capture what type it is.
And
This is like kind of it's an abjuration spell of protection. It seems like I can't tell if it's fading or not, but it looks like it's been there for a long time, a while. This is a sort of a spell that this being used like if it's like a wedding ceremony kind of situation, traditional wedding ceremony.
It's ceremony! Ah!
So basically, it's like kind of a spell that either a paladin or a cleric or someone along that line.
huh.
So you, yeah. Do you actually remember having a wife or a husband or?
I
Or
don't remember. I
partner?
don't remember anything before waking up on that beach.
But you said about those dreams of that woman.
I
What
don't even. I don't know if
dreams of
she's.
what?
I don't know if she's real or what. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about her.
Can you give me a description of the woman?
She's a female Triton. I can't say very. I know she's a Triton, but I can't say very much because I can barely remember it in the mornings. That's why I come out here to swim every morning to try and remember more and more, but I can't remember. It keeps slipping from me.
Well, thing is though, this isn't. I'm not lying about it. Might be a traditional wedding spell. It's something what they do when they get married. It's basically a spell of protection kind of thing. Couple, they get newlywed.
Hmm.
So there's a high chance that whoever that woman is might be your partner.
I don't know, but thank you for trying. Milo, is it?
Yeah, Milo.
Thank you, Milo. That has been a great help.
Well,
I just did a lot of notes on this, by the way.
it
It
seems.
sounds interesting.
Is this like this stone ring? Is it kind of one that looks like you would wear, or is it this, hole just small enough to thread through?
It's a good question. I'm gonna say hole small enough to fit a thread through, so it's not. It's a stone ring, but it's not.
Okay.
I'd say.
So, it appears the Triton folk might have a different sort of token than that of a ring, per se. I mean, it's kind of the same with Grung. We just have no token at all. We just get married and that's it.
Nothing to like be betrothed by? Nothing like
Uh,
rings or anything like that?
Not really. Well, it's not really. It's weird. I don't know. My parents never really explained it to me in much detail. I'm not sure if they
Well-
even are married. I wasn't 100% on that.
Well, Furbolgs with when I was living with Lunan and Aetheris, the way how they do their when they were talking me about their wedding, their token was more of like bracelets. It was more like it's been handcrafted by each of them, so basically they handcraft their own bracelets to give to ech other.
Oh, nice. Do you hope one day to be married, Milo?
Yeah, no. That's not on the line for me. No one.
Well, that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's not on the line for me right now, but one day I hope to meet a beautiful Grung woman.
I don't think anyone would like me anyway.
Oh,
I'm not-
shush, they're bound to like you.
Not
John, I don't mean to interrupt the scene that's going on, but what time of the morning is this?
I think it's still nighttime.
Is
isn't
this
it?
is this still the evening before, or have we gone to the morning?
I think we were. No, it's still the evening before because we wanted to have our chat before we turned in for the night.
Okay, so yeah, this is
Great.
this is getting late into the evening.
Cool, because Borrowed would come in sometime around the whole, like, what do you think about getting married, Milo? With just, like, four stew bowls balanced precariously on his arms.
Oh my god! He's an
Okay.
angel.
I brought food.
Oh,
1 minute, I'll bring a borrowed token when I can get him to drag out of the character sheets. There you go.
I want some fucking food.
Sadly, I don't have a token for stew bowls, but there's a borrowed
That's
for
fine.
you.
Thank you. That was okay.
Hector and Keros, can you make me insight checks, please?
Of course.
oh no.
What could possibly go wrong?
Ooh.
Not really. Okay.
Hector, you notice a slight reddening.
Reddening. Oh. Oh!
Can I say that Keros would probably notice the reddening, but he just assumes, like, he's blue. Why shouldn't somebody else be red?
You have no idea what it means.
I would notice it, but then Hector, being naive as he is, would put it down to like the cold of the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Borrowed is going to hand out stew.
Ah, thank you, Spotted.
Oh, I'm getting really hungry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just thought you guys were gonna get cold out here if you didn't have something to warm you up.
Just eats it like a... plows his way through it like a...
And you even seasoned mine with insects. You know me too well.
What?
I did. Oh no, not yours. Don't worry. Just Hector's. Found out pretty early that the
Sorry.
ownership.
I've had bad experiences with taverns not giving me my food on time. So now when I just get food, I just wolf it down straight away.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I found quite a large kind of termite nest in one of the cabinets. So I kind of just crunched up a few of those.
God, Hector's eyes kind of widen, like, you know those kittens who widen their eyes to be really cute? It's that.
It's that, but a frog.
But a frog.
Frog widening its eyes.
And I eat the food.
Did I interrupt something? I'm terribly sorry.
Oh no, not at all.
Nope.
No?
Well, we were just discussing the topic of marriage.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm just hearing someone yelling in the background.
Yep, that's my end. I'm sorry.
What about you, Borrowed? I've never really asked your opinion on it.
Marriage?
Yeah.
I've never thought about it. Although, I was technically raised by a single dad, so
Ah,
I
of
don't know.
course.
I assume I would like to settle down with someone eventually, but just not really sure when or with who.
To be honest, I was probably raised up with my grandparents, then with a wizard, and then with the rest of the Furbolg family. I know a few bits of marriage myself.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Didn't get to see much of my parents, though.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I just love Hector like being really awkward in this because everyone's saying like, oh, I've lost my memory. Oh, I didn't have parents. And Hector's just like, oh yeah, I had them.
I have memories and
perfectly
parents,
fine. I
and
don't know about you guys.
everything's okay.
Yeah. Eventually, I would, after I finish the food, and like if the watch is over, I'd go back in.
Well, we'll fast forward to the following morning.
Da-da-da-doo. I will hop in the pond then, or the fountain.
What happens if I go in the same as Hector? Would it actually cause the poison, make the food
I
poison?
think it would only be if Hector chooses to secrete poison, which he isn't choosing to, so he should be fine.
Or if you
Don't-
touch him.
Don't touch him. Don't hug
just
him
gonna
in
say-
the ass.
just
I'm just
don't,
gonna say-
just don't touch him.
just gonna be like right at the edge, and like I've taken my shoes off
Yeah.
and like just put my feet in it, just kicking about.
I'm swimming. You know what they always say to me? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep
I'm just gonna
swimming.
read a-
Swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim, swim. Oh,
I like how everyone's got arrows with
swimming. I'm so sorry.
At
No,
some point,
don't
at some point, the night ends.
Well, this is the morning.
This is the morning.
This is the morning.
It's never going to end, Keros.
Oh, that's fine then. We're swimming in. We're swimming in. Then we're gonna say we've already had. I've already had my sparring ground with it. So
Yep.
I've
Well,
already had it.
I will
I've
chill
already
for
had
now.
it. Slash bash crash slash.
I couldn't help but overhear. Keros, you are going for a mission in the sea.
We are, yes. We're looking for a ship called the Morkoth.
I would very much like to swim in the sea.
Would you like to come with us on our quest?
I think I can help you with that.
Guys, we just got an elemental on our side.
Dick.
I can see that.
And he's
Small
coming
part.
with us.
Just
I would appreciate your assistance. I'd appreciate it greatly. Who are you inciting?
just Keros.
Yes, yes.
If you are setting out to sort of scout around, separated from the ship, I would recommend not taking the griffins. They're not ready yet. In fact, they're still a little testy, they're still a little bitey.
We, if we had access to a boat, I could sail us on this. I could sail us on our journey.
Do we have a boat?
I don't think we do
See
have a
if we
boat.
can find a boat.
We just like find a random boat and just like take it over.
Pirates. We'd be pirates.
If we could find a pirate ship, that'd be even better.
Ooh.
It's like,
If you find a certain Dagmar, find a certain Dagmar with a boat, then maybe.
Sorry, 1 minute. Let me. I think he's playing DBD right now. So
what's DBD? Anybody know what DBD is?
Splashing more at Hector.
Hey.
Okay. So your options, Keros, at the moment, and Hector, and
Hi.
Aquia is you can just go swimming, because
Sounds like a plan.
all of you can just swim in the sea.
That'd be really cool, actually.
It'd be a long swim though if it's a big ocean.
Or you can try and find
prefer
a
a
boat.
I would like to find a boat myself. That's my
See
option.
if you can find a boat.
A boat.
Okay. Who would like to take first castle watch of
I
the
will.
24th? Fenthwick, Yakhol, would one of you like to take watch?
Am I here?
You're on the castle, yes.
Oh, right, because I can't see the castle. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm black, so
You'll
I
have
can
been
take-
in some other part of the castle for this.
Yeah, I can take watch.
Okay, let me get a.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Why do you have a red spot on still? I took that off.
It's a giant pimple.
Doop. And
You
let's
have a
get.
giant pimple on your face, Yakol. You better want to fix that up.
Let's
Oh,
get
look at Yakol and Fenchwick cuddling each other. Oh, wait, no mind.
Wait, if Yagol's here and Fenthwick's here, who's driving the castle?
you hear the delightful glee of Chupa.
Oh,
Yes, that would do it.
Hang on,
But she's
hang on.
over here, though.
Ignore that.
We're letting a woman drive the The
Oh boy.
Yaghol?
Yeah,
that's very rude.
Cole, I would remind you that this woman does have a fiery temper.
And
Oh,
a fiery
An
sword.
Even fierier sword.
no,
In
she-
fact,
so
just general flames. That's
She's- no, she likes me, so we're all good.
Okay. While
Continues drinking beer.
while Hector and Keros attempt to find a different boat, Fenthwick and Yaghol, could you both roll me a d20 each, just a straight d20? Excellent.
Why do we always get scared when John goes all quiet?
The wind dies down, and the rain, or the cloud cover, is completely gone. It is a nice, clear blue sky. Would one of you like to make me a perception check with advantage, or do you want to make separate checks?
Done it.
Who's watching at the moment? Oh, okay.
I'm next to a massive telescope.
It is Yaghol and Fenthwick.
Ah.
So, Fenthwick, are you happy to give advantage on the roll?
Oh, okay.
This will take some time. Sometime today.
Did
Okay.
You know what? Bye then.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
What?
What?
Hey, he left.
He went. He came.
I have a feeling he's not in the best mood.
I get that feeling too, but
I would say we leave him alone for now.
yeah, that's...
Christ.
Did he just disconnect it?
Yeah, he disconnected.
Yeah, he did.
He's having a bad one. Okay. Do you mean to roll for him?
I'll roll it.
Yeah, you're gonna roll it. Yagol's just got a massive chunk of pumpkin in his hand, just eating it whilst looking. Because they are massive, and
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
fuck did we have pumpkins?
I
Has
know.
it-
Ever
Has
since Halloween.
Always.
Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna do a Constitution save as well, just in
Ooh,
case.
that was a nat one as well. That was good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Has he counter-facing it and saying, "What do you think?"
I am fine eating. I've had enough pumpkin.
Okay, bear with me a moment. Um, with that roll, the 23, I'm going to say that you spot the Morkoth.
Oh!
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Both of us, or just him?
He will spot it and point it out to you, and you'll all see it.
How big is a Morkoth?
The Morkoth is a reasonably large ship. It looks, from above, it resembles a...
I will be right back.
From above, it resembles a giant squid.
I like
Okay.
it.
So, if they're doing that, is there any reason for us to leave and go off our own thing now? Are we,
No,
are we saying we
you've
it now?
found it now.
Okay, that's fair then.
All right, so the other guys haven't gone off yet.
No.
Okay, so we've alerted everyone else, right? And is it how far is it from us? Is it on the distance, or is it close to us? To actually,
You would see it sort of out a little way. You're not right on top of it yet. You've got time to plan for how you're going to approach it, what you're going to do.
yeah, sure. Keros, I'm going to talk to Keros about this. Keros, come have a look in this telescope. This massive telescope.
Oh,
that
yes.
You need 2 eyes for.
Yes, and I just stick my head inside the eyepiece of the telescope.
Yeah, borrowed. Come have a look at this ship. I think this is the Morkoth.
That is not like any ship I've ever seen before in my life.
No,
That's-
no.
that's-
Yeah,
What's going on, guys?
Wait,
Guys?
that's just a squid.
Yeah, but that could be what we're looking for. That is the
Squid?
Morkoth. It's the Morkoth.
Looks like a squid.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like a squid.
Is it? Oh wait, no. Wait.
We're just pushing
Oh, I see
Milo
it.
back.
Mr. GM person.
Yes.
I believe there's a picture of it.
There is a picture of it. I believe there's a picture of it.
Try and see better.
Borrowed will
And then,
pick,
I think
Milo
Milo
up by
have
the
it,
waist. By the waist. And hold Milo so that he can see.
You're touching Milo's waist. Well, rude.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you could just see Milo blushing a bit.
Oh
That's
my
squid.
god.
That's a squid.
Oh my
No,
god.
yeah,
No,
Come on,
that's a boat. That's a boat.
it looks like a squid.
Does look
Oh
like a
yeah,
squid.
Yeah, you see, it looks like a squid, but it's a boat, and it's got a giant on the ship. It's tied up.